Everyone, welcome to my tech channel. So in this video we are going to create a deployment for Jenkins, and then we will create a service to expose the pod, and then we will configure the Jenkins. So everything I am going to perform on Minikube. I have Minikube installed in my machine, and it is using VirtualBox driver. So to get started, first thing I need to check if this is having any existing deployment. So for that I will just run a command kubectl get deployments. As you can see, there is no any deployment in the default namespace. I already have a deployment YAML file which I have created, so I'll explain what this file is doing. So it will create a deployment with minimum replica set 1 and app name will be Jenkins, and these are the container spec. In that you are using Jenkins image and the port is going to be 8080, and then you will have your Jenkins home mounted on this path. Okay, so let's create the deployment. For that you just need to run the command kubectl create -app, then your deployment file path. Your deployment is created. Just to confirm that, kubectl get deployments. So the deployment is created and it is ready. You want to check the pod, so for that just run get pods. Your pod is created and it is in a running state. Alright, now since your pod is created, this pod need to be exposed to a service. So to do that, what you need to do, you need to create a service called NodePort. So I already have a I already have a YAML file for this service which I created previously. I'll explain what this YAML file contains. So it is creating a service type is NodePort, default port is 8080 and the target port is 8080 again, and this service will be applicable on application Jenkins. Basically this will select the pod with name the deployment name Jenkins. Alright, so let's create the service. For that the command is simple, kubectl create -f and then your file path. So your service is also created. Just to check the service, you just run kubectl get services. So your service is created. This is your cluster, this is your URL. The type of service is NodePort. This is your IP address. Type of service is NodePort, and the port on that it is expose. So suppose you want to check if this IP address is reachable on the port 8080. You can just try to curl. See, it will not reachable on port 8080. If you try on 30699 port, as you can see, this is also not reachable. Reason, because you are using Minikube. So this is additional step just for Minikube user. So for that what you can do, just run Minikube and then service and then your service name. So service name is Jenkins, as you can see here, and put ---- URL. So in that way you will get the Minikube IP address along with the port. So you can open this URL in your browser. As soon as you will open it, you will able to see Jenkins get started page. So this asks for your credential. So just to get the credential, what you need to do, you need to uh, get the pod name first. So for that, kubectl and then get pods. So this is your pod name. Now you need to check the logs of this pod. So for that, kubectl logs and then your pod name. So in that way you will able to see your password for Jenkins installation. You can copy that and just put this password here. You can continue, no need to save it for now. As soon as you put your password, it will give you a prompt for your plugin installation. So for example, if you want to install the selected plugins from Jenkins, it is most used plugin, so you can choose this option. I'll go with the second option. So based on the need, I will install it later, so I'll select that. Now these are existing options that you want to install, like with minimal, you can just go with install button. So it will install Jenkins. Alright, so we have achieved our, these are objective: create a deployment, second create NodePort service, third configure Jenkins. So thank you for watching. So for setting up the build pipeline, I will do it in next video.